The California coast, rugged, beautiful, deadly. The waters here are perilous, and the rocks have claimed many lives over the centuries. Rising from the churning Pacific, a sentinel of stone and glass Point Sur Lighthouse. This lighthouse, perched on a lonely cliff, has been a guardian for sailors navigating these dangerous waters. Its light has pierced through the darkest nights and the thickest fogs, guiding countless ships to safety. For over a century, it has stood against the fury of the sea. Through storms that have battered its walls and waves that have threatened to engulf it, Point Sur Lighthouse has remained steadfast. It is a symbol of endurance and perseverance, a beacon for sailors battling the darkness. Its beam, cutting through the fog and the night, has been a lifeline for those lost at sea. The light from Point Sur has saved lives, offering a glimmer of hope in the most desperate of times. But some darkness cannot be outrun. The sea, with all its beauty and power, holds secrets that are not easily uncovered. The fog that rolls in from the ocean can be thick and impenetrable, hiding dangers and mysteries alike. This is a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. The fog that envelops the coastline seems to blur the boundaries between reality and the unknown. It is as if the spirits of those who have perished here still linger, their presence felt in the chill of the air and the whisper of the wind. This is a place haunted. The lighthouse, with its weathered walls and lonely silhouette, has an aura of mystery and melancholy. It is said that the spirits of those who have died in these waters still roam the area, unable to find peace. Join me now, as we journey to Point Sur Lighthouse. Together, we will explore its mysteries and uncover the secrets that lie within its walls. This is not just a journey to a physical location, it is a journey into the past, into the unknown, and into the very heart of what it means to be human, and confront the spirits that call it home. We will face the darkness that lingers here, the spirits that refuse to move on. Welcome to Point Sur Lighthouse. 1855. The SS Yankee Blade, laden with gold, slams into the rocks just off Point Sur. Over 400 souls lost in an instant, the cries of the dying echoing across the waves. This tragedy marked the beginning of Point Sur's dark legacy, a legacy written in salt water and sorrow. The lighthouse was erected in 1889, a desperate attempt to prevent further loss of life. But the spirits of the drowned refused to be silenced. They clung to the rocks, to the wind, to the very structure of the lighthouse itself, whispering their tales of terror to anyone who would listen. The heart of any lighthouse is its lantern room. This is where the light, the very soul of the lighthouse, resides. It is a place of both beauty and mystery, where the powerful beam cuts through the darkness, guiding ships safely to shore. Mariners have long relied on these lights to navigate treacherous waters, trusting in the steady glow to lead them away from danger. The lighthouse stands as a guardian, its light a promise of safe passage. But at Point Sur, the lantern room holds a different kind of light. This light is not just a guide for sailors, it is a light that harbors secrets, a light that whispers of the past. The lantern room at Point Sur is said to be haunted, its glow tinged with the supernatural, a spectral glow that chills you to the bone. Many keepers have reported seeing shadowy figures moving within the beam. These figures, dark and indistinct, seem to move with a purpose, as if they are searching for something or someone. Hearing footsteps on the catwalk when no one else was there. The sound of footsteps echoing in the empty lighthouse is a common occurrence at Point Sur. One keeper, driven mad by the constant activity, swore he saw the ghost of a young woman. He spoke of a young woman in a white dress, her presence haunting him day and night, her white dress billowing around her, her face contorted in a silent scream. The keeper described her as a vision of sorrow and despair, her eyes filled with a deep, unending sadness. He claimed she reached out to him, her touch like ice. The keeper's accounts grew more frantic, as he described the sensation of her cold, ghostly hand brushing against his skin. The next morning he was found at the base of the cliff. The tragic end of the keeper's story is a somber reminder of the toll that the supernatural can take. The story of Point Sur's lantern room remains a chilling tale, a reminder that some lights shine with more than just the power of the sun. The spirits of Point Sur are not confined to the lighthouse itself. They roam the grounds, the cliffs, even the nearby beaches. One of the most frequently cited apparitions is the man in navy blue. He's been described as tall and imposing, with a stern expression and piercing blue eyes. Some say he's the ghost of a former keeper, lost at sea during a violent storm. Others believe he's a sailor from one of the many shipwrecks, forever searching for his lost shipmates. Whatever his identity, one thing is certain: his presence is a harbinger of unease. Section 5. a figure in the mist. My own investigation of Point Sur was one I'll never forget. As I stood on the cliffs, the wind whipping my hair, I felt a cold hand grip my heart. The air grew heavy, charged with an energy I'd never encountered before. And then I saw him, a figure standing at the edge of the cliff, shrouded in mist, his features obscured, but I could feel his eyes on me, watching, judging. I raised my camera, but my hand trembled. The figure remained motionless, as if daring me to come closer, and then, as quickly as he appeared, he vanished into the fog. Section 6. Ancient Eyes Upon the Coast. The legends surrounding Point Sur stretch back far beyond the lighthouse itself. The native Rumsian people believed this stretch of coast was sacred, a place where the veil between worlds was thin. They spoke of powerful spirits, the Dark Watchers who roamed the cliffs. These beings, tall and imposing, were said to observe the living, their motives unknown, their presence both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Some believe the Dark Watchers are responsible for the shipwrecks, luring unsuspecting vessels to their doom. Others believe they are protectors, guardians of this sacred land. Section 7. The Weight of Silence. As I explored the abandoned buildings of Point Sur, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The silence was deafening, broken only by the crashing waves and the cry of gulls. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of wind through the broken windows, sent shivers down my spine. The air was thick with the weight of untold stories. The laughter of children now long gone, the arguments of keepers, their voices echoing through the empty rooms, and beneath it all, the constant murmur of the sea, a reminder of the lives lost and the spirits that still lingered. Section 8. Point Sur Remembers. Point Sur Lighthouse stands as a testament to the power of the human spirit, to the courage of those who braved the elements and the isolation to keep the light burning. But it also stands as a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the afterlife. The spirits of Point Sur are not malevolent. They are simply lost, trapped between worlds, unable to move on. They are drawn to the living, seeking solace, understanding, perhaps even a way out of their eternal torment. Section 9. Journey into Darkness. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the cliffs, it was time for me to leave Point Sur. The sky was painted in hues of orange and purple, a breathtaking sight that contrasted sharply with the eerie feeling that had settled in my bones. The beauty of the sunset was undeniable, but it couldn't mask the unsettling atmosphere that lingered. But I knew I would never forget my time there. The stories I heard, the energy I felt, the whispers of the past that seemed to echo through the air. Each tale was more haunting than the last, each one leaving an indelible mark on my soul. The locals spoke of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena, their voices tinged with both fear and reverence. The figure in the mist. It was a fleeting glimpse, but it was enough to send shivers down my spine. Was it a trick of the light, or something more? The fog rolled in thick and heavy, obscuring my vision and heightening my senses. Every rustle of the wind, every distant cry of a seabird, seemed amplified in the dense mist. They would stay with me, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. The cliffs, the fog, the lighthouse standing sentinel against the encroaching darkness. All of it felt like a scene from a Gothic novel. The air was thick with the weight of untold stories, secrets buried deep within the rocky coastline. If you ever find yourself on the California coast, I urge you to visit Point Sur Lighthouse. It's a place of unparalleled beauty and profound mystery. The lighthouse itself is a marvel of engineering, standing tall and proud against the relentless forces of nature. But it's not just the structure that captivates, it's the history, the legends, the sense of something otherworldly that permeates the very air. But be warned, it's not for the faint of heart. The isolation, the rugged terrain, the ever-present fog, it all combines to create an atmosphere that can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Many have come seeking answers, only to leave with more questions. The lighthouse keeper's tales, the unexplained occurrences, the feeling of being watched, it's enough to unsettle even the bravest of souls. This is a place where the veil between worlds is thin, where the past and present seem to intertwine, creating a tapestry of mystery and intrigue. The fog acts as a curtain, hiding and revealing in equal measure. One moment, you see the path clearly, the next it's shrouded in mist, leaving you disoriented and questioning your own senses. A place where the past refuses to die. The stories of shipwrecks, lost souls, and lingering spirits are not just tales to entertain tourists. They are woven into the very fabric of Point Sur. The weathered stones, The ancient ruins, the echoes of history, they all speak of a time long gone, but not forgotten. It's as if the land itself remembers, holding on to its secrets with a tenacity that defies time. A place where the darkness whispers your name. The night brings with it a sense of foreboding, the darkness seeming to come alive with whispers and shadows. The lighthouse, a beacon of light, stands in stark contrast to the encroaching night, its beam cutting through the darkness like a knife. But even the light cannot dispel the feeling that something is watching, waiting, just beyond the edge of sight. Point Sur is a place that stays with you, long after you've left its rugged shores.